Hi folks, Sammiebug here and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome, and we're jumping straight back into Twin Mirror. I've been enjoying this series so far. It's really good. I love it. I haven't found a game where I've really enjoyed since I played The Suicide of Rachel Foster, and this game is definitely up there with that. I loved Suicide of Rachel Foster. If you haven't seen it, I will put a card in one of these corners here so you can go check it out if you want to. But we last left off because we needed to find information about Dennis. For some reason in my last episode I called him Vince. Don't know why. Don't know where I got Vince from, because he's not called Vince. Vince is nowhere near Dennis. I guess that's what happens when you record at 10 o'clock at night. Okay, good. It left us where we were last time. I was hoping it would, but I wasn't too sure if it would or not. So let's go see if we can see anything else. Oh, Dennis' car. If his car is here, Dennis can't be far.
Never knew Dennis to be the commemorative type. What's he doing here?
Oh, so he must be in this motel somewhere. Is it a motel? Journal updated. Let's check our journal. Oh, Dennis's license plate. Who else but Dennis could have a license plate like that? Like the true creative he is, he spells the S in his name with a $sign. Joe never misses the opportunity to point out how lame it is. For once, I agree. Remember the one time Dennis took you out for a beer? It was your first week at the Basswood jungle. He set up your computer, gave you your password and asked if you wanted a drink. He joked that people only drank with him once on the first day. He even provided an explanation. After that, they know I'm an asshole. It's only later you learn that his wife had left him and their 2 children. You actually saw glimpses of him being a good dad when his children were around, but he made it to his pride to be the sarcastic, grumpy IT guy to everyone else, and nothing spells bitterness like a license plate with a $sign at the end. Oh, I don't know if I said spell or spells, but okay. Information on Dennis there we have, and it doesn't look like I can go in anywhere here. So where is Dennis? He's got to be around. Can we go down here? Nope, not at all. Alright then, we can't go there, and we've already been here. I don't know if it's going to let us cross over.
No luck so far, but
No.
I should keep digging around.
Okay, let's cross over
Someone
and look
must
at
have
that
seen
side.
Dennis.
Well, there isn't a whole lot of places we need to check.
Now, I can't just have you hanging
There we
around
go.
here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like
Yeah.
you're not the
All
only
right,
one
then.
who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
Who is that? Seen Dennis today? I'm leaving town soon. Just ask about Dennis.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
Who is that? I'll leave you to. Who is that?
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back.
Cut short.
People call
Listen.
you
I'll
pig
listen.
or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day? It grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Sorry about that. I went off for a spell. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
We'll try to. Working at the cafe most of the day, really would like to talk if you're still around. Oh, of course, Anna. I would love to talk with you. So the police officer. Some are good, not all. Usually when they've got that badge there, they think they're high and mighty and they can do whatever they want. And they wonder why they have a bad name for themselves. House for sale. John were already trying to sell it 4 years ago. Jones. Okay. Okay, so where is Anna? It doesn't look like we can do anything else because I've been to all these places. So where the hell is Dennis? Open sesame. Already been here once. I always love the music. There's Anna. Hi, Anna. She looks very summery today. Empty, prefers to drink her coffee as hot as possible. Well, doesn't anybody?
Betting there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
Hey, Anna Banana.
Sam! Glad you came.
Of course. I said I would.
I can still be glad about it. So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
No. Yes. More of a scuffle. He had it coming. I better remember it. Ooh, which one? We do ADS. I better remember it.
I was so wasted at that point. It's all just a big, heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yeah. Sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in.
She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops.
She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust. Who can
Yeah,
help.
I feel like we need to trust Anna. Tell her. I want to tell her.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Didn't we check the Basswood jungle?
What have you done?
I have no idea, Anna. We know just as much as you, my love. Maybe we can go to the Basswood jungle now we've spoken to Anna. So, let's go. Oh, well, they weren't there earlier. There's some new peoples. Can we talk to them? No. I thought we might have been able to. Oh, we can enter it now. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Locked.
It's locked.
I should check the back.
Damn it.
My.
Uh-oh.
Look what we got here.
Get lost.
Is that Sam Higgs? Trying to get back in the newspaper game? I thought you got the message last night. Of course, it was hard to tell, considering you let Declan do your talking for you.
Look, fellas.
You know, Basswood can be a dangerous place.
Well, so maybe consider just getting before something bad happened to you.
Basswood can be a dangerous place. I'll stay as long as I want. I'll be gone soon. Make me leave. I'll stay as long as I want.
I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Just make it sooner rather than later.
Shut up.
Declan's right down the street.
Watch yourself while you're in Basswood, because we'll be watching you.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm sure Sam's shaking in his boots too. Douchebags. You can so tell they were the guys at school who thought they were all that. And they were like the hard people in school. Right, now we can go here. Sam likes to go in the back door entrance. That sounded wrong. Sorry. Basswood Jungle. I really don't like how long the loading screens take.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it.
Ah, look at a Pac-Man on the wall.
Where's Dennis?
Take it there done
He should be
with
in
post-it
here.
notes. That looks cool. I'm guessing this is where he used to work. I don't know if I can interact with anything in here.
Dennis!
Oh, what the hell?
Dennis.
Oh, is he dead? Did Sam kill
What
him?
happened? Who?
Oh, Sam.
Is that how I got blood on me? Did I?
We can't just leave him there. Ooh. Oh, damn. I don't think Sam did that. I think somebody else did that. So I know he had a fight.
You can do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem.
Okay. What am I doing? Murder.
Sam, no. Don't think about that. Don't let it in.
What the hell?
Focus on me, Sam. Dennis is a distraction.
Do I just not do anything? I don't. Oh, there. Where's he gone? Where is he? There we go.
Keep going. You got this.
Right there, that's what I gotta do. I've gotta find the man. Right, where is he? Where is he? I can't. This is hard.
Keep going. You got this. Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
I'm trying to concentrate. There we go. Finally.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around.
Oh, Sam.
Sam, keep it together. You can solve this.
Yeah, I don't feel like
Figure this out
Sam did
before
it.
Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
Moved chair.
The chair is pretty far away from the desk, but I don't think that's important. Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way Sam did that.
Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go?
Bullet there.
The bullet stopped here. Small caliber like Dennis's gun. I need to find that gun.
Oh.
From the angle this was the shooter's position. Was it me?
I don't think so.
From the angle this was the shooter's position.
Sorry.
Was it me?
I don't feel like it was.
His gun is gone. He had it earlier. Where did it go?
Dennis's gun. There.
The shooter used Dennis's gun, but I didn't have it this morning. And how did I get the blood on me? A blood trail leads off. Someone or something moved through it. Me? A blood trail leads off. Someone or something
I keep
moved
pressing the
through
same
it.
stuff. Sorry, guys.
Me?
What is this? Dennis car, pool of blood.
The blood pooled where Dennis fell, so the body was moved. If I moved it, that's how the blood got on my shirt.
I mean, it could be Sam, but I
have
don't
a
know.
complete picture now.
I don't feel like it was Sam. Why would he go back and shoot him after the fight? I'd say they had a fight, none of them have got a scratch on them. That's a bit sneaky. Sneaking up behind him. Oh, it doesn't look like Dennis was fazed by any of it. So I don't think it was Sam. I think he would have had something else to say if it was Sam. Especially after the fight. Oh, it literally just happened. Ah, that's how he got the blood on his shirt. So did he go home and then wake up? Why did you run away, Sam? Well, that doesn't look good for anybody, does it, really? You find a body and you just run
The blood on
away.
the shirt was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead. Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way. I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis.
You need to get the hell out of there. And, I mean, you need to ring the police.
I need
then
to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with
get
Nick.
the hell out of there.
Dennis's computer is still signed in. Seems like a
Okay.
good place to start.
We'll have a look at Dennis's computer. Dennis's drafts back. Going to be home very late tonight. Sorry, I need to make an asshole understand how the world really works. I won't be up to make breakfast, but there's some waffles in the freezer. I should be some. Okay. Can we move this? No. Inbox. There we go. Urgent mail. Right, we'll read urgent mail.
Emails between Nick and Dee.
I don't think I'd
Talking
hear
in
from
codes. Nothing stated clearly. They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart. Someone was watching.
I didn't think I'd hear from you again. If you're willing to talk, I'm very willing to listen. I can make the meeting up. I can make the meet up tomorrow. Nick Waldron. Oh, it was Nick.
Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out.
Dear Nicholas, I hope you had a pleasant trip. You mentioned last week that you were on the brink of a big story. Things on our side have been rather lackluster, I'm afraid. I was hoping maybe you'd like to share with this old owl what you have up your sleeve. Hey Walt, sorry to disappoint, but I've decided to drop the story. It turned out I got a dead end after all. Better luck next time, I hope.
The puzzle comes together. Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead. I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on. Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around.
What's that? Dennis's nameplate, another one Walter will have to put in the closet. Dennis's corpse and body.
You didn't deserve this. No one deserves this.
No, he did not. That's a crappy way to die. So, try to find some clues on where Nick is. This Nick's office, the big one. Let's go check. It seems like it would be. There we go. Walter's. Oh, it's Walter's computer. It's password protected. I don't know the freaking password.
There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password.
Well, password reminder?
Hopefully his password reminder isn't some esoteric book reference. Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place.
If I go looking for my heart's desire.
Walter was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office.
Well, maybe we can find it. Notes. Photo of desk.
A photo Walter took of his first desk on his first day of work. Nick inherited it.
Photo of a woman.
She used to be the office administrator ages ago.
Bit weird taking a picture of your desk.
Just reminders. Nothing that could be used as a password.
Okay. There's nothing there. Maybe we'll find something over here. Why do you walk so slow, Nick? Hurry up. Not Nick. I keep calling him Nick and it's
He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top.
Of
Wouldn't be
course.
surprised if that was his password.
What, Alice in the Wonderland? Bit of an odd password to have.
That was just after Anna came on. And we really were a small clan.
Okay, well, not a whole lot of information. Walter's nameplate. Let's have a look at our journal. Search Walter's desk, okay. Found Dennis murdered in the office. The only way to calm down is to find a logical explanation. First lead, Nick was working on something. Walter didn't know the details. Dennis knew something because he was snooping in their emails. Next step, see if they're further. Okay, and we've got, oh wow, we forgot to read a lot of things. So Anna, I told her everything about Dennis, the fight, the blood on my shirt. She took it better than I thought. She's worried, but she didn't freak out. Maybe things would have been different if I'd learned to confide in her before. Joe is Anna's father and former miner. It was Joe's accident that led me to write about the mines, and yet he doesn't hold a grudge for that and for letting his daughter down. Part of me likes to believe he sees me as a good man. The other part knows the contempt is just hidden deep. Sam. Seeing Dennis's body threw me into another panic attack, but clues don't lie. Relax, breathe, focus. The truth is there. I only need to see it, and we both find it. I don't know why these didn't come up before, because we looked at the journal. Why do I see so much of myself in that kid? Questioning, relentless, lonely. I wish I could prove it to her that she's wrong about everything her dad. She's wrong about everything. Her dad, Basswood, her life being a dead end, if only. Joel and the boys are still out for blood, as if I didn't have enough on my plate. They are clearly planning to celebrate Miner's Day by breaking my nose, and I don't have time for distractions right now. He seems more confident than how I remember him, but also more frustrated. Tara there. Okay, Tara made a pocket when we moved into the office. Oh, it was that photo on the wall. Remember the day when Tara decided the Basswood Jungle needed a team photo? Nobody wanted to do it, but they couldn't say no to Tara without a good excuse. In the end, it only took her about half an hour to guilt the entire office. Dennis said he'd be in the photo only if you would be there too. He knew you never liked forced fun, pub quizzes, organised team lunches. Your reluctance to pose for a photo was a safe bet, but you agreed Tara was pleased with herself. A team photo only really matters if everyone is in it. Maybe she had a point. It's the only team photo the Basswood Jungle has ever taken. Okay, Dennis is dead. Dennis is dead, shot to death at his desk. He often pissed off a lot of people, but who would do this and why? Apparently, Dennis used his IT privilege to read people's emails. He knew Nick was investigating something. Is this why he was killed? Maybe. Now she's struggling financially like everybody else in Basswood. Zach, probably a high school dropout, but he seems content in Basswood. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. We looked at the journal a couple of times now, and it never said anything that we needed to read. Anna's nameplate. Is there anything out here? I have no idea. My old desk.
Walter always treated us like family.
So that's his old desk. Journal updated. Okay, again. Is this Nick's? It was tradition at the Basswood Jungle to have an end-of-year party in the office. Walter insisted on it, paying for booze and food out of his own pocket. One year he even got presents for everyone, engraved nameplates for your desk. Now if everyone walks in here, they'll see we mean business, he said, beaming with pride. Walter started at the Basswood Jungle as a goofer, having dropped out of high school after his father passed away. He climbed up the ranks over the years. He lived and breathed the newspaper. Telling stories gets under your skin, he would always say. Your comrades are family and we look after our own. Looks like he'd never bring himself to throw out your nameplate, even after you left. But I'm going to actually leave this episode here because we're getting on to half an hour already and I don't want to run these episodes too long. But this was interesting. What happened to Dennis, man, and what was he investigating? Well, not investigating. What was he finding out that somebody needed to kill him for? But I'm excited to get back in and playing this. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye, guys.